thank you so much for doing this. I know how busy you must be. Obviously, this is a tournament you must love so much. I've always wanted to know, what is it about this tournament and you that seems to be the perfect marriage?
Don't tell my husband that. I Champions League is just next level in terms of you gather the best players in the world, the best clubs, and to me personally, it's a different type of excitement playing this tournament. You play against the best players, and it's sort of adrenaline that I can't explain, but it's a special competition, and you have to bring up the best of yourselves in order to win it, and it takes a lot to win it, and it's just pure excitement, this tournament.
With your incredible goal scoring record, how has your mindset shifted from when you were chasing it to now being chased?
Oh, I've never had the focus on being chased, really. I always had the mindset of chasing, always putting new goals, putting myself in situation every day in training where I always want to take the next step, develop sides in my game where I always keep myself on the toes, really. And it's pretty wild to get there that early, I would say, in my career. But it's always about the next one. I think when you look at the biggest champs in history of sports, those are the ones who managed to maintain a high level throughout their whole careers. So that's been my focus as well, like new season, new goals with the team, and always chase the next level. And it takes a lot. It takes a lot of new thinking every season, new ambition, new types of training smarter. So it's fun. I enjoyed a lot, and yeah, it's a way of keeping the level stable year in and year out.
Do you look to anyone from other sports for that and how they kind of keep this incredible record of success going? So I don't know whether it's like Serena Williams, Roger Federer, or I don't know the way that Tiger Woods came back and won a Masters after so long. Do you ever take inspiration from those sort of stories as well?
Absolutely. Well, you know that all women's athletes have so many stories out there, but they're so underfunded. So you get to hear one percentage of them, but we have a lot of women champs out there that you don't get to hear about that have stayed in the top of the game in a lot of sports. Faith is a long distance runner as well that I followed now. She's absolutely amazing. Serena Williams is incredible. You have Korda in golf as well that I follow a bit. So underexposed, but there's a lot of tough women's athletes out there that I try to keep up with because I mean we're women after all. I don't only want to have men role models. I've been very clear in who I've been following in football before, men's footballers, etc. But now I try to look on the other side and get inspiration from other strong women athletes because that's more in our field.
Does that change from where you are in your career, looking at the athletes depending on who they are, and perhaps a different age at which they're achieving their success as well?
Yeah, and I think, experience comes with age as well. I think it's been a huge plus. I mean, a lot of people think, "Oh no, I'm 30," but I've actually opened that with open arms. I think it's fantastic to be able to be 30 now and have all the experience I have. I know my body better than never. I know how to train in order to be best fully prepared. So it's pure joy as well to have experience and be able to work on that and set yourself goals and continue to try to stay on the top for as long as possible, really.
How this summer that you guys have had at the club, actually more like the last 6 months. So you've had the rebrand, the stadium, and everything else. Has this also kind of helped with keeping things fresh as well for you?
Well, I gotta say that women's football in general at the moment, you still depend a lot of having innovative people coming in, helping the game. We've been very lucky to have Jean-Michel Aulas being a huge actionnaire, you would say, making the difference. And now we've been lucky again to have Michelle Kang coming in, taking over the project. And having it been for them, I don't think we would have been here today. It's as easy as that. And it's football is continually changing. We're in a position where we're kind of at a path where you can decide where we want to head, and we gotta find a new formula that maybe differ from men's football in some way. And I think Michelle Kang has a lot of exciting ideas around it, trying to make women's football, our own game, our own audience, our own style of playing, etc. So it's very exciting. Obviously, I'm a woman who appreciates history, so I will never forget what Olympique Lyon was. But now we're OL Lyonnes, and it's an exciting new era, and it's up to us to continue the history. And it takes a lot of work. We have had a lot of changes, as you said, during the summer. So it's all about respecting the legacy, but at the same time being able to turn this new era into something successful as well. And it's going to take a lot. It's going to take time, but you also have to be impatient to get there.
What's it been like for you seeing legends of the club like Marjan Le Sommer leaving in the summer, and for you, who's been there since, through these remarkable Champions League titles and the rest, when you see these beloved figures leaving, what's it like for you?
I mean, it's part of football in some sense as well. Like big eras always come to an end, don't they? But these are players who have had an incredible impact on the club and its history. Like I said, 5 Champions League titles in a row is unheard of, and I think the amount of success that we had together is something that I will never forget. Huge players, big characters, who are so respected for what they've done for the club. I think you have to appreciate clubbers who commit long term in a club. I think that's been a part of the success of the club for so long as well. Managed to keep world-class players together, who managed to learn how to play together. And so the transition needs to happen at some point. Now we got new talents coming in, new players who are committed to try to fill their role into the club. So it's all about making that transition sweet, make them feel like home, so that they manage to perform at a high level and try to build stone by stone, piece by piece, and make sure that already this season we're ready to fight for the big trophies.
And obviously, working for ESPN, we're keeping a close eye on Lily Yohannes. I'm just wondering what you've made of her so far.
She's very mature in her young age. I gotta say, she's only 18. You gotta remind yourself of that. But on a personal note, I never look at age, really. I look at what can every player contribute, and she has a great talent. And I think she can really contribute to this team. It's all about us helping her as well. On a technical, physical, technical level, make sure that she keeps developing. But I really enjoy playing with her. I think she's a top woman as well, who is eager to learn. So it's gonna be exciting. I think if Lily puts in the work, she's gonna be huge for us in years coming on.
And your new manager as well. What's the impact being made by Heraldez?
I mean, it's a guy who is very intense in the way he wants to work, and he's very competitive, and I find that very positive. I like competition, and I think Jonna is very much about trying to integrate well. He's already learning the language. He's already doing his interviews in French, which shows commitment. And I think it shows leadership as well, which is very important for a team like Lyon. So I hope we manage to work hard together, that we do what John wants us to do in order to develop as a team, and that we go into the same direction, because that's what we need now moving forward. And it's very exciting times, I would say.
What does it say about your, I guess your strength, but also your ability to keep this motivation going? Because Lyon, every single summer they sign new superstars. I remember covering when Greenwood and Lucy Bronze arrived, obviously in different positions, but you see the sort of the clout the club has, that the attraction which the club has. But you've been such an amazing part of it for 11 or so years now. What is it about you and this club which just seems to click so well?
You know, if you would have told me that I would have made a 11-year-long career at Lyon, I would have laughed when I signed here. But I'm a woman of commitment, first of all. I'm a very, you could say, loyal person when it comes to it. But I've always been very ambitious as well, and I feel Lyon has always been the place where I could be in a position to be the best version of myself, win as much titles as possible, because that's what it's all about in the end. But it's my home as well, you know, you get attached. The people, there's so many people in behind the scenes that I've know for many years now, and it's a beauty of football as well. France has slowly become my home for 10 years. So it's just like the culture, and you gotta say time moves fast when you're winning as well. So it's always been, okay, let's do another 3 years, let's do another 2, let's do another. So I've been very committed to the journey. But in the end, I want to win. And Lyon, I think, is the right place to be in order to win.
And then just the new format of the Champions League. What do you make of that? Big step forward. I mean, are you enjoying it? Do you prefer the old, home and away format as it was? I mean, what's your view on it?
I think it's exciting. I think you get more competitive games, so I don't mind the new format. I just hope that we put demands for moving forward, that we get the best pitches possible, the best stadiums, that you get to play in the biggest stadiums wherever you go. I know Lyon take huge pride in that moving forward, playing all the games in the Groupama Stadium. So I kind of hope that we all influence each other in terms of putting the games in the best arenas possible, and that we help each other on that point, so that you get the best football possible. And where do we want to play? We want to play in the biggest stadiums with as much fans as possible, and that's where we need to put the bar moving forward as well.
And just on a slightly wider topic around the women's game, we're seeing the transfer record being broken frequently. We've kind of got past the seven-figure mark. Olivia Smith, Naomi Girma, all these players. Just wonder, what's your view on sort of the evolution of where that's going as well? Is this, a sign of the progress, but also the future, the possibility, and exactly where it can go, I guess, heading forward?
I don't know if the transfer. I mean, it's a part of like breaking history and etc. Transfer fee doesn't interest me that much in terms of development of the game. I mean, it happens. Club make the decision, so it's up to the club where they want to put their money, if they're long-term thinking. But it's part of the game, transfer fees. But that's not where I look to find the biggest groundbreaking new things around the game. It's a part of the game. But I think there's other arenas to put more focus on in order to develop the game as a whole.
I guess the competitiveness of the Champions League is a case in point now, where we've seen Arsenal winning it last year. We've seen Barcelona, Chelsea, Sonia, and they've made no sort of. They're definitely not quiet about their desire to win the Champions League to get that full mark there. We're seeing the strength. Do you kind of feel that it's, we say in the UK, like a high tide raises all boats, so that more investment comes in, the increased competitiveness of the competition, these teams as well. It must be great to see this growth also year on year.
Yeah, it is. I think the more competition you get, the more clubs that invest long term. I think it's important to put two lines under the long term investment, because it takes time. And it's not in 1 year you're going to have a quick fix and a team that was going to win the Champions League. It's commitment. It's hard work over a long time. I know how difficult it is. And I know that Lyon as a club made it look very easy because we were cruising for a lot of years. But we were like monsters in training every day, in how our commitment was, in how players wanted to, year in, year out, recreate success. And it's hard to get there. And we know as a club today as well that the competition people are more investing. I don't want to take away anything from the years that we were cruising because it makes it look like it was easier back then, but it wasn't. But I do enjoy that a lot of clubs are investing. It makes Lyon as a club stay on their toes as well. And the more competitors you have, the more I hope we will push the quality in terms of, push the quality to increase. Because in the end, what you want is competitive football, as much quality as possible on the pitch. And when you have that, it's impossible not to, make new groundbreaking things for the game.
I was in Switzerland all summer. Well, just for the Euros, chatting to Lucy Bronze, and she always referenced that defence you guys had with Wendy Renard and that team she was a part of, but also the competitiveness. And you talk about the monster mentality there. Do you kind of feel that's coming back now, or do you feel do you lose it at some point, or did it ebb away, or is it now transformed into something else? But do you feel that sort of ruthlessness is back, perhaps?
Well, I think that at some point you have to lose.
Yeah.
I mean, you win 5 in a row. At some time you have to lose, and you have to accept that you lose. But then you have to ask yourself the good questions. How do you want to react from the losses? How do you want to continue to build? There's new competition coming up from other clubs, so it needs to fool you in a way to do better. You're right. It's been a while. We haven't won it now. So this year, I can tell you that there's some serious work that needs to be done in order to get there. It's not going to be an easy way, but I really hope that with commitment, building a team long term, will show results already this season, because it's been a while and I want to get back there again.
You already knocked over Arsenal. So what would it mean to you finally? What would it mean to you to add yes another Champions League title to your name?
Like any other title, but it would be a very sweet feeling winning it this year. I'm not gonna lie.